in looking at our feelings, we might have to find a new language in order to even be able to start entering into them. Talking about the first step of clearing, which is awareness and acceptance. Acceptance of our feelings is vital before we can begin any work on them at all. And that might be pretty hard to do, particularly if we're not a person who stops and looks and asks themselves how are they feeling a lot. Especially if we're busy people, especially if we're headed toward our goals, and stopping to see how we feel differently than we want to feel may not be on our agenda. I'll give you a couple of examples. I worked with a woman in Florida who had a terrible relationship with her husband, and they were just about ready to start divorce proceedings when we began working together. And what she was never aware of, because they fought so much, was the sadness that she felt about their relationship and about, the kids hearing them argue and all that. And the reason she couldn't accept sadness was because when she was a child, she was taught that you can go ahead and be mad and you do your little temper tantrums, but don't you run around here crying. We don't feel sorry for ourselves in this family. So sadness wasn't allowed. So she wasn't even able to feel the sadness. And when she did feel it, she did not want to accept it because it took away her power. She saw herself as a powerful person, and being sad was not part of that way of seeing herself. For me, in my marriages, the one feeling that I could never have accepted was that I was angry in both cases, in both marriages. I was so angry. I covered it up by drinking. That way I didn't worry about my anger. My modus operandi was pleasing and placating, and I could admit to sadness, and I could admit to frustration and to fear of both of them. But I could not have accepted the idea of anger. And that was because I was taught as a little girl, when my father used to hit my mother, I was taught, don't be angry at your father. Don't be angry. So the things that we have been trained, either overtly or covertly, just because we didn't do that in our family, the things we've been trained not to feel may be hidden under the surface, even when we do start becoming aware of our feelings. So it's important to follow the train of research inside ourselves. If we see a feeling that isn't okay for us, to accept ourselves as we tell the truth about our feelings. So for a couple of weeks, when you begin clearing, I want you to not only notice your feelings, becoming aware of them, but promise yourself that you will accept whatever you're feeling as being all right. We're not looking for justification. We're not looking to deal with the feelings at this point, just to be able to admit to ourselves that we have a certain feeling, that we feel that way, and don't judge ourselves for it.